in Mount Prospect in Illinois was friendliness is a way of life. Here in the Philippines, we kind of make it a point as well to make everyone feel welcome. So how has your arrival been here? I mean, how have you been with the people? How have they been with you?
Well, even when we got off the plane, it was like instant friendly. You know, everybody that I met going to the car, you know, to come to the hotel, was just above and beyond nice and just friendly and willing to, you know, tell me about it and, like, you know, show me around. And everyone's just been incredibly, you know, generous and just awesome. So so far, I mean, it's just been, you know, an amazing experience. Well, I mean, I've been in the studio a lot lately, writing and working on new things. So there's definitely going to be more music. That's a guarantee. But you know, I think a big part of me and what I love to do is write. I love to write, and I love to really put a lot into lyrics and tell stories in songs. And I think that for me, whenever at least my personal taste, when I listen to a song, I'm always listening to the lyrics and the content of the song, and I try to either relate it to something in my life or connect to it. So songs like that are very emotionally driven and written from experience, and that's the way I write. So I'm going to continue to write like that. And you know, when the next album comes out, or when the next project comes out, whenever any more music comes out, it's definitely going to be, you know, those are all possibilities for sure. I think the new judges are cool. I think Jennifer Lopez is great. I think that Steven Tyler is one of the best rock singers of all time. You know, I think it's awesome. I think the judges are doing great. I think they're very how do you say, like, supportive. And very positive. I think that you know, there'd be a little bit of a different feel if Simon was there for sure. But I mean, I'm happy to have had the judges I had. I think they're very positive this year, and that's, you know, that's never a bad thing. So. I think that on the show, when the judges say things to you, you can't take them to heart, and you can't take them as 100%, you know, correct even. You know, if the judges say, you know, I would have done it this way, I would have done it that way. Well, you know, I'm the one that was up on that stage, you know. So you got to take things and kind of filter out the constructive criticism and take the positive and kind of look at the negative, see if you can take anything out of that, and if not, then just, you know, kind of put that in the past. But I think, you know, I'm probably my hardest critic for sure. You know, and you know, anything anyone's ever said to me critique-wise, I've said to myself 10 times harder. So I think that out of the judges, though, you know, I always looked first at Simon because we knew he was going to just be blunt and honest and just say what he's thinking. So to get it from a guy like that is it's pretty intense, especially when you're in front of millions of people. So I'd say Simon Cowell. I mean, he's a good dude. He knows what he's talking about. I think we live in a world of what's hot, what's popular, you know, and now let's everybody copy that thing.
That might be a sample for a new single or something like that.
I think that's really where we're at right now in the industry. I think it's a matter of everyone waits to see who makes it and how they make it, and then let's all copy that. And I'm trying to not do that. You know, I think there's nothing wrong with pop music, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, being a superstar. You know, I think that I have respect for everybody in the industry. But for me personally, I think that like the way I want to be packaged is just I want to be packaged as me. You know, I think that there are so many ways to be known now. I mean, there's about 600 million different internet channels that you can subscribe to and be on and get found on, and there's all these shows you can go on to, and it's a crazy world with music nowadays. And you know, I think we're in a really weird place in music history, and I think that you know, I mean, I'm a big supporter of really, you know, if you like for instance, my favorite bands, you know, when they come out with a single, if I like it, I buy the album. You know, I think that's the best way to support an artist, is to really support their music, not just one song that you can dance to at a club because, you know, you want to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, really get into the music, and no matter what kind of music it is. So yeah, I think that, you know, artists nowadays are, you know, doing everything they can, and I'm one of them. It can be pretty difficult. difficult. I think that not just having a relationship, but I mean anything, whether it be family, friends, girlfriend, whatever it is, it's hard to keep relationships, you know, how do I say this? It can be difficult when you're away. You know, like even my parents, for instance. You know, when I like how I veered away from the question with the parents. Like my parents, you know. But truthfully, like they'll talk, they want to talk, and like it's just, you know, they want to see me, and I'm gone for a couple weeks. It's really difficult sometimes. But I think that at the end of the day, you know, when you're close with somebody and you have a good relationship, that, you know, it doesn't really matter how busy or how far you are. You know, you make it work. So you just do your best to do that, and that's what I do. John Mayer is a very successful individual, so to be compared to him, that's that's a compliment. And I think that happens to every artist. You know, you come out with your music and everyone wants to compare you to somebody until you make it so big that, you know, you're the person people are comparing people to. So for me, I mean, to be compared to any other artist is, you know, it's an honor, I guess, in a sense, because it's cool that people, you know, would think of me like that, I guess. But you know, I try not to think about that kind of stuff. You know, I make music the way I want to make it, and I do my thing, and I don't really worry too much about being compared to other artists, because I think that's always going to happen, especially on American Idol. I mean, to be blunt and honest, I mean, you know, David Cook wins, then Chris Allen wins, then I win, and everyone thinks, oh, you know, they're three dudes with brown hair that play the guitar, so they must be the same person. But the truth of the matter is, you know, if you really love music, you'll listen to it, you'll realize that, you know, we're all different people. I've got a couple different ideas that I've thrown around, you know, but I think that for me, tattoos aren't really necessarily like a, you know, hey, look at me, I got a tattoo, you know. I just look at it as like, you know, it's a canvas, you know, why not paint it? And, you know, I think I know all my tattoos are very, you know, they mean something to me, you know, something of real importance. So it's not like I'm just, you know, going through a picture book and I'm like, hey, that's cool, you know. I really do connect with all of them, and I definitely have plans of getting more. I think that it's fun and they're addicting. I mean, you get one and you want to get more. I know. I appreciate all your support. It's just really good to be here and see all of you. I'm glad that I get to share my music with you live in person, and hopefully I come back someday.